This isn't a theory. I'm not trying to philosophize on you. This is the fundamental nature of reality when you truly understand it. When you activate your consciousness to operate from the now, manifestation stops being a process and becomes an instantaneous selection. Welcome to the Reality Revolution. I'm your host, Brian Scott. Today, we're doing the now activation, 0 point manifestation. Every single thing you've ever wanted exists somewhere, not as a future possibility, not as a distant dream, but as a present reality happening in this exact moment. Your wealth exists now. Your perfect health exists now. Your ideal relationship exists now. Your ultimate success, it exists now. All of it simultaneously in the eternal now. You've been taught the biggest lie in human history, that time is real, that manifestation takes time, that you must wait for what you desire. But here's the truth that mystics have known for centuries, and quantum science has recently confirmed: there is no past, there is no future, there is only now. One eternal, infinite, all-powerful now containing every possible version of reality. The past, a memory happening now. The future, an imagination happening now. Everything, and I mean everything, is occurring in this singular, eternal present moment. And within this now exists a point of infinite potential that some traditions call the 0 point, and modern science has rediscovered as the quantum field of pure possibility. This isn't a theory. I'm not trying to philosophize on you. This is the fundamental nature of reality when you truly understand it. When you activate your consciousness to operate from the now, manifestation stops being a process and becomes an instantaneous selection. You don't create your desires, you don't attract them over time, you simply choose them from the infinite menu of possibilities that already exist in this wonderful, eternal present moment. Today we're going to shatter the illusion of time that's been keeping you trapped in waiting, hoping, and someday thinking. We're going to activate your consciousness to operate from the 0 point, the now, where you have instant access to every version of reality that could ever exist. We're going to teach you how to stop manifesting over time and start selecting your reality instantaneously. This is the now activation. This is 0 point manifestation technology. This changes absolutely everything. Feel your body sitting here. Feel your breath moving. Feel your awareness activated and alive. You're experiencing what you think is this moment, but I want to blow your mind wide open about what this moment actually is. Time is the greatest magic trick ever performed on human consciousness. You wake up and think it's morning. That's a label, not a reality. You remember yesterday, that's a thought. It's just information now. That's just a thought happening now. You plan tomorrow, that's imagination happening now. You believe you're moving through time, but the truth is so much more extraordinary. You're standing still in an eternal now while reality shifts around you. Think about it. Have you ever experienced anything outside of now? Have you ever actually lived in the past? No? You only remember it now. Have you ever actually touched the future? No. You only imagine it now. Every single experience you've ever had, every sensation, every thought, every emotion, all of it happened in the now. The now is not a brief moment sandwiched between past and future. The now is the only thing that exists. It's infinite. It's eternal. It's the ocean in which all reality swims. Past and future are just waves on the surface of the now, and you've been so hypnotized by the waves that you forgot about the ocean. This realization is transformative because if everything exists now, then your desires exist now. Your dreams exist now. Your perfect life exists now, not in potential, in actuality, in the infinite now. Every possible version of your life is already happening. You with abundant wealth exists now. You in perfect health exists now. You living your ultimate purpose exists now. These aren't futures you're moving toward. These are parallel nows that you're vibrationally aligned or misaligned with. When you understand this, really grasp this at the core of your being, manifestation becomes absurdly simple. You're not trying to create something in the future. You're selecting which now you want to experience from the infinite nows available to you. Inside the now exists the 0 point. It's not a concept. This is the most powerful place in all of existence. The 0 point is the center of the now, where all possibilities collapse into singular experience. Imagine the now as an infinite sphere of pure potential. Every point on this sphere represents a different reality, a different version of your life, a different outcome, a different experience. At the center of this sphere is the 0 point, your consciousness, your awareness, your point of observation. From the 0 point, you can access any reality on the sphere instantaneously, not through time, not through process, through selection, through choice, through conscious direction of your awareness. Ancient mystics understood this. They called it different names: the void, the emptiness, the eternal present, the eye of God. They knew that in deep meditation, when thought stops and you drop into pure presence, you touch the 0 point. They knew that from this place, miracles weren't miracles. They were natural expressions of consciousness selecting reality. Modern quantum physics has caught up to ancient wisdom. Quantum experiments show that reality exists in superposition, all possibilities existing simultaneously until observation collapses it into one specific outcome. Your consciousness operating from the 0 point of the now is that observer. You're collapsing infinite possibilities into singular experiences constantly. But here's what most people don't realize. You're doing this unconsciously, randomly, and habitually. You're selecting realities based on old programming, past conditioning, unconscious beliefs. You're standing at the 0 point with the power to select any reality, and you keep choosing the same old patterns because you don't realize you're choosing it all. The 0 point is where creation happens. Not gradual creation over time, but instantaneous selection from what already exists. Every possible version of your life exists in the now. The 0 point is where you choose which one you experience. Think of it like standing in a room with infinite doors. Each door opens to a different, complete reality. Your wealth reality, your health reality, your love reality, your success reality. They're all there, all complete, all happening now behind their respective doors. The 0 point is where you stand, and from here you simply choose which door to walk through. You don't build the reality behind the door. You don't wait for it to be constructed. It's already there, already complete, already happening. You just chose it. This is 0 point manifestation technology. This is how creation actually works when you remove the illusion of time. Your entire life, you've been programmed to think in terms of time. Someday I'll be successful. Eventually I'll find love. One day I'll be wealthy. This is prison thinking. This is powerless thinking. This keeps you forever chasing a future that never actually arrives. Because there is no future. There is only now. Let's demolish the programming together. Feel into how you think about your desires. Do Do you feel them as distant, as far away, as something you're working toward? That feeling, that sense of distance, is what keeps them distant. Because distance is a time-based concept, and time is an illusion. Your dream life isn't the future. It exists now in a parallel version of the present moment. Every version of you exists simultaneously in the eternal now. The broke you exists now. The wealthy you exists now. The struggling you exists now. The thriving you exists now, all at once. All equally real, all equally accessible. The question isn't, how do I get there? The question is, how do I shift here? Because there is no there. There's only here in different configurations. You don't move through time to reach your goals. You shift through parallel nows to experience different realities. This is the revolution. This changes the entire game. You're not building a future, you're selecting a present. You're not becoming someone new over time. You're recognizing that the new you already exists now and choosing to align with that version. Listen to how different this feels. Instead of, I will be wealthy, say, I am wealthy now. Not as an affirmation, as recognition of what exists in the infinite present. Instead of, I'm working towards success, say, I am successful now in the reality I'm selecting. Instead of, someday I'll be happy, say, I am happy now in the version of the present I choose to experience. Feel the power shift. Feel how that collapses time. You're not waiting anymore. You're not hoping. You're not someday thinking. You're selecting now. Every moment you spend thinking about the future, you're missing the 0 point. Every moment you spend regretting the past, you're missing the 0 point. The 0 point is here, now. This eternal present where all your power lies. When you think, I'll manifest that next month, you're pushing it away into an imaginary future. When you think, I'm manifesting that now, you're pulling it into the only moment that exists. When you operate from the 0 point of the now, manifestation stops being about time and becomes about selection. Close your eyes and drop into this moment. Not the concept of this moment, the actual feeling of now. Feel your body. Feel your breath. Feel the aliveness that is always present beneath your thoughts about past and future. This is it. This is the 0 point. This feeling of presence, of here-ness, of nowness. This is where all your power lies. This is where reality is selected. This is where the impossible becomes instantaneous. Feel yourself dropping deeper into now. Past dissolving. Future dissolving. Just this. Just here. Just now. Nothing to wait for. Nothing to become. Just the infinite presence of the eternal moment. From this space, from this eternal point, all realities are equally close. The reality where you have everything you desire isn't far away in time. It's right here, vibrating at a different frequency. You're not moving toward it through days and weeks, you're tuning into it through consciousness. Imagine the infinite sphere of all possibilities surrounding you now. Every possible version of your life exists on this sphere. Feel them all there. Your wealthy self, your healthy self, your loved self, your successful self, your joyful self, all existing now, all complete, all real, all accessible. You're standing at the 0 point in the center of this sphere. From here, You can access any reality instantaneously, not through time, through choice, through conscious selection, through directing your awareness. Feel your consciousness at this 0 point, becoming powerful, activated, alive, aware that you're the chooser, the selector, the observer who collapses infinite possibilities into singular experience. The 0 point isn't a place you go to. The 0 point is what you are. You are the consciousness at the center of the now. You are the observer collapsing possibilities into realities. You are the 0 point experiencing itself. Activate this knowing in your entire being. You're not a person waiting for things to happen over time. You are consciousness at the 0 point, selecting realities instantaneously from the infinite now. Feel this activation happening. Your old time-based thinking dissolving. Your someday mentality collapsing. Your future-oriented hoping transforming into present moment selection. You're activating 0 point consciousness, the state of awareness that operates from the eternal now with instant access to all possibilities. This is your natural state. This is what you are beneath the programming. This is the truth of your being. From this activated 0 point consciousness, you're going to practice selecting your reality, not manifesting over time, selecting now from what already exists. Bring to mind something you desire. Feel how you usually think about it as something coming in the future, something you're working toward, something you're trying to attract. Feel the distance in that thinking. Feel the waiting in that energy. Now collapse that distance. That desire exists now in the present moment. The version of you experiencing that desire fully exists now in a parallel present moment. You're not trying to create it or bring it from the future. You're simply selecting it from the now. Now experience it in the now, in your imagination. Slow down. Take it moment by moment in the now. Experience it as vividly as you can in the now. From your 0 point, imagine reaching out and touching that reality. Not reaching forward in time, reaching sideways through the infinite present to the parallel now, where that desire you just experienced is your lived experience. Feel how close it is. It's right there. Feel how available it is. Feel how it's happening now. Right now, in this moment, it's happening. Just on a different frequency. Sense that it's happening now. You're not asking the universe to deliver anything. You're not waiting for perfect timing. You're selecting it, choosing it, deciding that this version of now is the one you're going to experience. This is the power of 0 point. You don't create through time, you select through consciousness. The wealthy version of now, the healthy version of now, the loved version of now, the successful version of now, all existing simultaneously, all available for selection. Practice this with every desire. Stop pushing them into the future. Recognize them as existing now and select them from the 0 point. This isn't visualization. This is selection. This isn't hoping. This is choosing. This isn't manifesting. This is experiencing what already is. Feel the shift in your energy. You're not waiting anymore. You're not working toward anything. You're simply choosing moment by moment which version of the infinite now you want to experience. Your wealth Choose it now. Your health, choose it now. Your success, choose it now. Your joy is in the now, not a future goal. A present selection from the 0 point of infinite possibility. This is how instant manifestation works. This is how miracles happen. This is how people shift their entire reality overnight. They're not doing something special. They're simply selecting from the now instead of waiting for the future. You have this power. You are this power. Your consciousness operating from the 0 point with instant access to every possible reality. Choose, select, experience now. As you open your eyes and return to normal awareness, you're bringing 0 point consciousness with you. This isn't something you do once and forget. This is your new way of being. This is how you operate from now on. Every time you catch yourself thinking someday or eventually or in the future, stop. Come back to the 0 point. Come back to now. Ask yourself, which version of now am I selecting right now? When you want something, stop thinking about when it will arrive. Instead, recognize that it exists now, in a parallel present, and choose to align with that reality. Your consciousness is the selector. Your awareness is the chooser. Your presence is the power. Living from the 0 point means making every decision from now instead of from hope, about the future or fear from the past. When you need to act, you act from what is true now, not from what might happen. When you need to choose, you choose based on the reality you're selecting now, not on what you've experienced before. This is mastery. This is power. This is living as consciousness instead of as a time-bound person waiting for life to happen. The wealthy don't wait to feel wealthy. They feel wealthy now, and wealth appears. The healthy don't wait to feel healthy. They feel healthy now, and health manifests. The successful don't wait to feel successful. They feel successful now, and success shows up. They're all operating from the 0 point, selecting their reality from the now instead of trying to create it through time. You're joining their ranks. You're activating as someone who knows that there is only now, that everything exists now, that you have instant access to any reality you choose to select from the 0 point. Your life transforms when you stop living in time and start living in now. Your manifestations accelerate to instant when you stop selecting to attract from the future and start selecting from the present. Your power activates when you remember that your consciousness at the 0 point, not a person moving through time. Let's go deeper into understanding why the now contains all possibilities. Quantum physics has revealed something extraordinary about the nature of reality that ancient mystics knew all along. The universe exists in superposition. Superposition means that all possible states exist simultaneously until observation collapses them into one specific outcome. Here's what makes this revolutionary. This collapse happens in the now, not over time, instantaneously in the moment of observation. Every possibility for your life exists right now in superposition. You with $1 million exists now. You completely healthy exists now. You in your dream relationship exists now. You living your purpose exists now. All of these exist as real quantum possibilities in the eternal present moment. The universe is not a single reality unfolding through time. The universe is infinite realities existing simultaneously in the now, and your consciousness selects which one you experience through the act of observation. Think about this. When quantum scientists observe a particle, it instantly appears in one specific location, even though it existed in all possible locations simultaneously before observation. Your observation collapsed infinite possibilities into one reality instantaneously, not through time, through consciousness. You're doing this same thing with your entire life. Your consciousness is constantly observing reality and collapsing infinite possibilities into singular experiences. But most people are observing unconsciously, habitually, based on past programming or false beliefs. They're collapsing the same old realities over and over because they're not consciously operating from the 0 point. When you activate 0 point consciousness, you become a conscious observer. You realize that in every now moment, infinite versions of reality exist in superposition. And you have the power to collapse whichever one you choose through conscious observation. This is why imagination is so powerful. When you imagine your desired reality with full presence in the now, you're not creating something in the future, you're observing a reality that already exists in quantum superposition. Your observation begins collapsing that possibility into your experienced reality. But here's the key, it has to happen now. Not, I will imagine my future, that keeps it in superposition. I am observing my desired reality now, that collapses it into experience. The quantum field responds to now, it responds to presence, it responds to observation happening in the eternal present moment. When you operate from the 0 point, you're using the same mechanism that creates reality at the quantum level. Every now moment is a fresh selection point. Every present moment is an opportunity to observe a different possibility and collapse it into your reality. You're not stuck with past choices. You're not locked into old patterns. In the now, all possibilities exist fresh and available for selection. One of the most powerful aspects of 0 point consciousness is how it dissolves resistance. All resistance exists in time-based thinking. All doubt lives in the gap between now and later. All fear thrives in the space between present and future. When you operate purely from the now, resistance has nowhere to live. Resistance requires time. What if this didn't work? Is a future thought. I failed before is a past thought. In the pure now, there is no failure and no success. There's only presence and selection. Feel into this. When you want something and think, how long will this take? You're creating resistance through time. When you think, will this actually happen? You're creating doubt through future projection. When you think, but I've never been able to do this before, you're creating limitation through past identification. All of this dissolves in the now. The now doesn't care how long anything takes because time doesn't exist here. The now doesn't wonder if things will happen because everything already is happening in parallel presence. The now doesn't reference your past because the past is just a memory occurring now. This is liberation. This is freedom. This is power beyond anything you've experienced, operating from the time-based consciousness. When you select a reality from the 0 point, you're not wondering if it's possible. You're recognizing it already exists. You're not hoping it will manifest. You're experiencing it as the present. You're not waiting for evidence. You're being the evidence through your now presence. Resistance dissolves because there's nothing to resist. You're not fighting against what is. You're not struggling to make something happen. You're simply choosing which version of what is you want to experience. This is why presence practices are so powerful. Meditation, breathwork, body awareness, these practices bring you into the now, where your power lives and resistance dissolves. When you're fully present, you can't worry about the future or regret the past. You can only be here now, at the 0 point where selection happens. Make this practical. Whenever you notice resistance, doubt, or fear around manifesting something, stop. Come back to now. Feel your body. Feel your breath. Feel the present moment. From this space, recognize that your desire exists now in parallel reality, and simply choose to align with that version of the present. The resistance was never about the desire being impossible. The resistance was about you operating from time-based thinking instead of now consciousness. When you collapse back into 0 point, resistance evaporates and instant selection becomes natural. Every decision you make either comes from the 0 point or from time-based illusion, and the difference is everything. The time-based decisions sound like this: if I do this, then in the future that might happen. I tried this before and it didn't work. What if this doesn't turn out how I want? All of these decisions are made from illusion, from the false belief that past and future are real. 0-point decisions sound like this. In the now moment, which reality am I selecting? What choice aligns with the version of now I want to experience? Which decision comes from the person I am being now? Feel the difference? Time-based decisions are tentative. Fearful, hedging, 0-point decisions are powerful, immediate, clear. Because they're made from the only place that has power, the eternal present. When you need to make a choice, come to the 0-point first. Stop thinking about consequences in an imaginary future. Stop referencing outcomes from a memory of the past. Come into pure presence and ask which choice aligns with the now I'm selecting. If you're selecting wealthy now, your decisions align with that. If you're selecting healthy now, your choices reflect that. If you're selecting successful now, your actions embody that. You're not hoping these decisions will create those realities in the future. You're making decisions that are already true in the now you're choosing. This transforms everything. Your business decisions become instant and clear. Your relationship choices become obvious and powerful. Your financial moves become confident and aligned because you're deciding from the now, not from the fear of future consequences or trauma from past experiences. When you make decisions from the now, they tend to work out impossibly well. Not because you're lucky, not because the universe is rewarding you, but because you're making decisions that are already true in the reality you're selecting. So manifestation is instantaneous. For instance, you want to start a business, but you're afraid it might fail in the future. That's time-based thinking creating paralysis. Instead, come to the now and recognize that in parallel now realities, both the successful business and failed business exist simultaneously. Which one are you selecting? If you select the successful version, your decision becomes obvious. Start the business now, making choices aligned with the successful version that already exists. You're not hoping it becomes successful. You're not trying to make it successful. You're operating as if it's already successful because in the now, you're selecting it. And in the now, it already is. And the reality conforms to match your selection. This is how people make impossible decisions that work out miraculously. They're not hoping or gambling. They're selecting from the now and making decisions aligned with realities that already exist in the now. Practice with every decision today, tomorrow, and this week. Stop asking, will this work out? And start asking, which now am I selecting? Your decision will become powerful, immediate, and impossibly effective. Let's apply this to one of the most time-bound areas of life, relationships. People spend years trapped in time-based thinking about relationships. Will I find love? How long until this relationship improves? I've been hurt before, all prison thinking. The love you desire exists now. The perfect relationship exists now. The healed connection exists now. When you meet someone, stop projecting into the future about where this might go. Stop referencing the past about how relationships usually turn out. Come into the now and simply experience this connection in this moment. From the now, you can feel whether this person aligns with the relationship reality you're selecting. If you're in a struggling relationship, stop thinking about how to fix it over time. Come into the now and recognize that in parallel realities, both the struggling relationship and the thriving relationship exist simultaneously. Which one are you selecting? If you select the thriving version, your actions in this moment will align with that reality. This doesn't mean relationships don't require work. It means the work happens now, not in some future improvement plan. Every moment is a fresh selection point. In this now, you're selecting the loving version or the struggling version. Your choice in this moment determines what you experience. The person you're in a relationship with also exists in superposition. Infinite versions of them exist now. The version that loves you deeply exists now. The version that treats you amazingly well exists now. the version that meets your needs, also exists now. Through your observation and selection, you collapse which version you experience. This is profound. You're not trying to change someone over time. You're selecting which version of them you observe and interact with in the now. The same applies to family relationships, friendships, professional connections. Stop thinking maybe someday this will be better. Start selecting in this now. I choose to experience the healed version of this relationship that already exists. Your relationships transform when both people operate from the now instead of from past resentments and future fears. Every moment becomes a fresh start. Every now is an opportunity to experience the relationship you desire that already exists in parallel. This is how relationship miracles happen. Instant forgiveness, sudden shifts, overnight transformations. People aren't changing over time. They're selecting different versions of now that already contain the healed relationship. The now activation is complete. You've been introduced to the 0 point, the eternal present, where all possibilities exist simultaneously. You've learned that time is an illusion, that everything exists now, and that you have instant access to any reality through conscious selection. This changes everything. Your relationship with manifestation transforms completely. You're no longer waiting for things to happen over time. You're selecting instantaneously from the infinite now. Practice this, live this, embody this. Every moment is an opportunity to choose from the 0 point. Every desire is an invitation to select from what already exists instead of trying to create through time. Throughout your day, catch yourself thinking in terms of time. When you do, collapse back into now. When you notice yourself waiting for something in the future, recognize it exists now in parallel reality and select it. Your manifestations will begin happening instantly because you're no longer pushing them into an imaginary future. Your decisions will become clear and powerful because you're making them from the now. Your relationships will transform because you're experiencing them in the now rather than through the lens of time. The wealthy live in the now. The successful operate from now. The fulfilled exist in now. They're not better than you or more talented. They've simply learned to select from the now instead of waiting in time. You are consciousness. You are the eternal now experiencing itself. You are the selector of realities, the chooser of experiences, the observer, collapsing infinite possibilities into singular moments. Every morning when you wake up, remember this is a fresh now. All possibilities exist new in this moment. Every evening before you sleep, remember you're not carrying the past into tomorrow. You're selecting which now to experience next. The future is not coming. You're selecting which now to experience. Choose from the now. Select from the now. Experience the reality you prefer instantaneously. This is the truth that liberates. This is the power that transforms. This is the reality revolution. Live from the now. Select from the 0 point. This is who you are. This is what you are. I want to play one of my songs. This is from my new album, Finally Home by Brian Scott. And this song is of the same name, Finally Home, written by Brian Scott.
The veil falls away like morning mist. I see it all now, what I had missed. From the first light's birth to this breath I take, every soul I've been, every choice I've made, But here, right here, is where I want to stay. In this perfect now, everything's okay. Stars exploding into life, dust becoming me. A thousand faces I have worn across eternity. From the first light's birth to this breath I take, every soul I've been, every choice I've made. But here, right here, is where I want to stay. In this perfect now, everything's okay. All the seeking ends, all the running stops. This moment holds everything I've got. From the cosmic star to this beating heart, I chose to be. Right here, right now, this is where I'm free. This is my vow. The veil is gone. I'm finally home.
You can find all episodes of The Reality Revolution at therealityrevolution.com. You have to join the Reality Revolution community. You can find at school.com/Reality Revolution. The link's in the description. We've had the most amazing experience. We're just getting started. We have incredible live events every week with unique exclusive content you can only find in my group. Please check it out. We still have some tickets available for the Los Angeles event. Only a couple more left. Get them before they're gone. You can find them at www.brianscottlive.com/event-November. We're invited to the Brian Scott Musical Experience listening party in Los Angeles at the LAX Hilton for free, beginning at 8 o'clock Pacific time, where we are celebrating and listening to my first album, Finally Home, by the Brian Scott Musical Experience. Be sure to check that out, and my new music channel, at the time I'm recording this, should be available now. You can find my music on Spotify, Apple, everywhere else music can be found. I'm so excited to share my journey with you, sending you all my light and love, and welcome to the Reality Revolution. Welcome to the Reality Revolution. I'm incredibly excited to announce a new community that I've formed on School for the Reality Revolution. I've been teaching timeline shifting and reality creation for years through YouTube, reaching millions of people, and I've watched the same pattern repeat over and over again. People shift timelines. They quantum jump into new realities. They manifest the most incredible things, and then it all collapses. Not because the techniques don't work, but because you're missing critical pieces that just watching YouTube or listening to a podcast just can't provide. This is why I created the community on School, the Reality Revolution. Inside, you get complete deep dive courses on the teachings that create permanent shifts, abundance teachings, the higher self teachings, Neville Goddard's power of awareness, or with full workbooks that you can utilize, and the ability to ask questions and get guidance, not just from me, but from everyone else in the group, like a mastermind who can support you when challenges arise, who holds you accountable to your new reality. And you have incentives. You get early event access to signed books. You get high frequency songs. And eventually you can even gain lifetime free access to every event that I ever do. This is where the shifts become permanent. And I will see you inside. Once again, it's www.school.com/reality revolution. And as always, welcome to the Reality Revolution.